Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, Saints. Y'all woke? Well, since we've been covering this story for the last 2 months, no sense in stopping now. Hi, Princess A. Marisha Chateau. How you doing? Good morning. Lord, we woke up to the news. First, well, I got to give credit to Thais. He broke this at first. Uh, him, uh, him and my views on this case has been pretty well in sync from the very beginning. But now it looks like there's been confirmation that indeed this dude, Bishop Lamar, the guy who calls himself Bishop Lamar Whitehead, well, he's Bishop, Overseer, Doctor. He's like four other things since he started 2 months ago. Anyway, all those things. They have caught these guys who robbed him, or so he says. According to Whitehead on his Facebook page, he's saying that he is overjoyed because the robbers have been caught now, right? So I moseyed on over. An hour ago, there was nothing on it, but now it appears that the New York Post is reporting 2 men were arrested by federal authorities Wednesday over the brazen live stream armed robbery of a flashy Brooklyn bishop in July. The accused crooks were not immediately identified, were picked up in Bedford Stuyvesant, and hit with federal robbery charges for the July 24th stick-up of Bishop Lamar Whitehead, who was in mid-sermon when he was accosted. They were awaiting arraignment. One more suspect was still being sought, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office in Brooklyn. Okay, then they go on to rehash the story of what actually happened. So since the New York Post is reporting it, I guess we can have to take it seriously. Apparently, Whitehead is going to have yet another press conference at, he said after they're going to be arraigned at 2:00, like they're all going to be arraigned at the exact same time, everybody in New York City. No, around 2:00, he's going to make another press conference. Now, there haven't been this many press conferences since the kidnapping of the Lindbergh baby. Why in the hell is just you being robbed, man, for this junk? We don't even know if it still ain't got. So now we're going to get the information right, Whitehead. If they do indeed have these two people arrested, if they were arrested by alcohol, ATF, alcohol, tobacco, firearms, people, maybe they were arrested for something else, but the article said that they were arrested for the robbery of your church, right? That means these people have got all the information concerning this robbery. So while he may come on here, excuse me, come here. Get it, bum over here. We have a commercial break. Get it, bum over here. Look at my baby. They skinned him again. Look, baby. They skinned my baby again. He looked like a chihuahua. They took all his hair off. Can you be good? I don't think so. Hold on, man. Folks is going to work now. That means they're going to be passing through the hall. Wait a minute. Get it bum in there. Okay, back to the story. Whitehead said they woke him up, the alcohol, tobacco, and firearm people. That's another federal agency, and told him that these guys were under arrest. Now, I don't know why they haven't even been arraigned yet. I don't know why they would be calling the victim at home unless they knew him personally or something. These are feds. These are not local police. But that's what he said. He says he's giving another press conference. And so now they got these people in here who have all the information about that robbery. So there's a chance we could find out that he is actually the person who instigated the robbery. There's allegedly. There's also a chance they're also going to we're going to find out how they became aware of him, why they chose him uh, uh, as a victim. We're going to know all the details surrounding this particular case, right? So Whitehead, even though he's over there skinning and grinning and his lips is all shining, he has got to be nervous because if he knew any one of those boys, right? They have two in custody and the third one's on the run. So they say they're still seeking one more. That means that they probably know who the other person is. They just can't find him yet. So they'll find him in the next couple of days. And like a brother Thais was saying, I thought he said it correctly. If you made a deal with these people, or if this was some kind of insurance fraud or whatever the scheme was, as long as things were going smoothly, it was fine, right? But when you are arrested, and now you're looking at the next 25 years of your life in prison, you'll do just about anything to get out of jail, to get out, just about anything. So if they tell you to turn state's evidence or offer you a deal, we want Whitehead, then they will usually talk almost every time. These are not old-fashioned gangsters. They will, generally speaking, if they could be facing a couple of months in jail and be back on the street as opposed to being locked up for the next 25, 30 years, I think they'll choose to to lay your ass out, right? So we have all kind of people in different camps. I don't think Whitehead really has supporters, really. But some people believe the robbery was real. Some people believe the robbery was fake. Some people believe the robbery was for publicity. Some people have all kind of motivations for this robbery, right? A lot of people feel like it was some sort of an insurance fraud, but I don't know, Whitehead. Let's just say, for instance, if it is a real robbery, you were selected and robbed just because of the value of your jewelry. Let's just say that was the truth. So what happens now? If your insurance company has paid out on this robbery, right? And now you have gotten necklaces around your neck twice the size of the original necklaces. So you went out and bought more jewelry, more gaudy rings and things. What happens with that, Whitehead? If they're able to recover your original jewelry, do you have to now give back the new jewelry or pay back the insurance company since your items were recovered? So we don't know why the ATF got involved in this case, but my brain is really not on hitting on all cylinders yet. But if they got him on something else, let's say a gun charge, let's say they stopped them on the freeway and discovered guns in their car, right? That wouldn't necessarily tie them to the robbery of Whitehead. What would tie them into your robbery would be some item they have in their possession which belong to you. One of the items or some items that you described is in their possession, then that's the only way I can see where they could arrest them and a couple of hours later calling your house to tell you that they have caught the robbers, right? There's always a possibility that they already had fingerprint information or they were already looking for these guys and just keeping quiet about it. But I would think that if the ATF has come across this thing, more than likely, if this robbery really did happen, it would be because they have your property on them. Now, it wasn't that much property, really. According to you, there was a couple of necklaces, a wedding ring, a bishop's ring, and maybe one of these gaudy bracelets you had. So, More than likely, the stuff was too hot to move at that point. So hopefully these people are not so stupid that they are riding around in Brooklyn with the stolen merchandise still on their in their car with firearms, right? Even if they were using the firearms to go and rob somebody else, it's not very likely that they will bring the former merchandise with them on the new robbery. So we don't know, but he's suggesting that we're going to find out at 2:00 when he gives you one of these I don't know why he keeps calling these things press conferences. Really, I mean, how in the hell is it a press conference, child? You go out in front, and then you got one or two people hold their microphone up there, and that's your press conference. Whitehead, I don't know where you get this sense of this exaggerated sense of importance. So you got robbed. I would imagine that maybe 40, 50,000 people got robbed last night, right? Nobody cares about your gaudy ass jewelry. But you have created this thing and you've ridden it to this conclusion. And so now we're going to find out. Now, he's been on here for since yesterday, offering to pay all of these people. He's after Larry Reed now, obviously. He's going to drag us through this same old boring ass case again about Larry Reed wanted to see somebody's drawers or some shit, bought him some new underwear, whatever. The same thing he went through with the other dude who's no longer on YouTube. We got to go through the same thing over again, right? So he's telling all those people he wants them to come forward and he's going to pay for all their legal expenses. One has to wonder, did he tell the same thing to these robbers? I'm sure that's part of the deal. Anybody don't say nothing. I'll be right down there. Our lawyer's on his way. Because if he's willing to pay for all of these random people's attorneys, certainly he would be willing to pay for the attorneys for these young people who robbed him. Right? Now, people think it's a big deal when somebody say, I'll pay for your attorneys. I'll pay for your... That doesn't mean, so what, you pay for my attorneys? Right? I want to be free. I want to be free like the bluebirds and the rainbow, like the standing wall. I ain't heard that song in 50 years. That's from the Beatles. I want to be free. Davy Jones. They want to be free, man. They might give a fuck about you paying no damn lawyers. So what? Are you going to take care of me while I'm in jail? So you going to buy me zooms and whams while I'm locked up in prison for the next 25 to 30 years? Nigga, please. Now, if these guys are guilty, they would still trade them in, though. I've seen it all the time on court TV. They will trade them in for the mastermind. So I wouldn't be skinning and grinning just yet, Whitehead. You had one of these other press conferences. Damn, you stay in the news a lot. A few days ago, you came out and you said that the police didn't believe you got robbed. The New York police didn't believe you. They don't believe I got robbed. They don't believe I got... You said it out your own mouth, man. And so now the Fed has got these people. So I don't know if I'll be feeling all that safe. There better not be one of your cousins. I'll tell you that goddamn much right now, honey. Are you through? Hi, y'all, this morning. Lord, we keep thinking that that's the last that we're going to hear about this damn Bishop Whitehead. But, you know, if you're going to do a thing, you got to do a thing. You're going to cover... Lord, I spit all over myself. Let me turn this down so y'all won't Photoshop it. Put it on the news. Say, look at your pig. He a mess. Anyway. How y'all doing this morning? Fraser Laurie. Hi, Dog Liquor. Xavier. I am Xavier, excuse me. Tanya B. LaSparkle Covington. Sandra Mitchell. How y'all doing? D2 Nice. What y'all think about this stuff, man? He's been successful. He's been like Andrew Caldwell. He has been able to take a nothing ass story and create something fabulous out of it, child. Because he went from obscurity, preaching in some damn, not even a storefront church, because the church don't belong to him. I would say a pop-up church. He done went from that to now everybody know who he is, right? Now you're hooked. He don't want to let it go. So he gave another press conference. Whitehead, you better hope they sold that jewelry, because if it didn't sell the jewelry, and the cops give you back your gaudy necklaces, that means you got to get an insurance company back that check, nigga. You got to go back to the jewelry store unless you can afford $2 million worth of jewelry, necklaces, and bracelets. Y'all see that bracelet he got? I mean, motherfuckers like this girl. And got them quick too. They will also be able to discover, one of them youngsters might get up there and say, man, that shit wasn't even real. That was Fugazi. I don't want that bullshit. Whatever. The truth is bound to come out. They could still be in the trunk because they couldn't sell it because it wasn't real. It's all going to come out now, Whitehead. So you'll be able to steal you another month or so of this damn story. But y'all, I can't be here in a minute. I got an appointment. But y'all keep your eyes open now. After 2 o'clock, New York time, he gonna give another one of these press conferences. Maybe somebody will come this. Why don't y'all go down there and support your brother? That's a damn shame. You done had 3 news conferences, press conferences, and a total of 10 people have attended. Half of them were the 2 or 3 papers that covered it. For the record, New York Post is reporting that they've caught 2 people. They're looking for a third person, right? So maybe the other person wasn't in the car, kind of thing. If they're so confident that they are the guilty parties, they done tried and convicted the people before they even made it to the arraignment. So it would have to mean they found this dude's jewelry on those people, right? Now they're gonna have to start digging. But the main thing is, when you're doing a crime like that, you want to have as few people involved as possible, right? So if Whitehead is involved, that means at least 3 other people knew of his involvement. Correct? Somebody's gonna talk. They're not gonna offer the deal to everybody the same. They're not gonna say all 3 of y'all can just go. That's not the way it works. The first one who volunteers to cooperate, he could very easily walk, assuming that he didn't have other charges, right? Or get a very, very low jail sentence. So you got to be shaking in your boots, my brother. Lord, they done skinned the baby. Oh, they skinned my child. They sure did. Well, his skin, it feels so beautiful on the back, like you guys have short-haired dogs. It feels great, but his face, he looks like a little mouse or something. He'll last for another 6 weeks. And then they'll get me for another 100. Okay, just be happy like me. The alphabet boy setting him up. If he is telling the truth, no one called him and told him nothing. Why the hell are they going to call him and tell him? Damn, they just arrested the people. Aren't these just suspects? Why in the hell they be calling Whitehead? I mean, on the day of the morning of the arrest, damn, it still ain't even 9 o'clock to here. So that has to happen early in the morning, or in the wee hours of the morning. They calling Whitehead. We got your stuff, man. We got your stuff. Don't seem right. Something ain't right. Yeah, the alphabet boy, they might be setting him up. That's true. Because he gonna run. He can't shut up. He gonna run in there, go running his mouth, right? And then when they start giving him the side eye, he gonna start talking backwards and mixing shit up. So even if they don't tell, if none of the three gentlemen give him up or tell, he's not going to know that. You see, the cops and the Fed have a way of manipulating these suspects, right? They'll make him think that someone has told, and that's when they start being cracks. So this all could go down in a couple of days. He don't know if they told or not. He just knows that they know. I'm gonna pay your legal expense. That don't mean I get off because you pay my legal expense. If I'm busted and they so confident that they're willing to announce that they've caught the criminal right off the top, hell, I ain't going nowhere because you pay my legal expense. Nigga, what the fuck wrong with you? Or you gonna buy me soups and spread? How much is spread cost in the pen? I mean, that's 2 top ramen soups. That's some of them. What's that long beef thing? Beef sticks. Put a couple of them in there. You're gonna put some Cheetos in there. What's the total value of the deal? Okay, so you're gonna send me $1.50 per meal while I'm in jail, and that's supposed to impress me and make me want to make you free and me locked up for 25 years? I don't think so. Hey. They say you can take that spread and stick it up your ass. Was this an insurance scam? Well, if it's insurance fraud, then Whitehead is looking at charges himself, right? And if it's not an insurance fraud, that means they got the jewelry back. That means he got to give them back the money that the insurance company paid out, right? They kind of jumped the gun for paying it back, unless he just happened to have an extra $400 to $1 million sitting around to go buy some jewelry. Scam. I would have to say judge it by its fruit. What is the fruit of Whitehead being robbed on that stage? We have been talking about a Lamar Whitehead, a virtual unknown, for 2 solid months. Every time one story runs dry, he throws something else on there. Now he's got lawsuits and he's got beefs and he got all kind of shit, one after another, to keep himself relevant, which would mean it sounds like he really wanted that relevance badly. So is he just playing us all? We are talking about him. We do know his name, you know. He done picked up two PhDs since this damn thing started, girl. When did you study? And what honorarium? Who want honorary to give you shit, Whitehead? What the hell have you ever done to deserve to be honored by a university of any kind? Okay, so the robber got robbed. He'll stay off YouTube running his mouth. Jackie Johnson. So the robber got robbed. Well, now maybe he will stay off YouTube running his mouth and stop starting trouble and really find salvation. Yes, the Lord God got to save you again. He saved you from the gallows or the prison cell, and then you went out here and acted a damn fool, threw it right back up in God's face. Now maybe you can really get to know him, honey. But of course, an arraignment, we're not going to find out anything real. If the police decide to have a press, I don't know why the police going to have a press conference about some fool being robbed in a city the size of New York City. That's not the kind of thing they have press conferences about. Ain't nobody dead, right? But he gonna have his personal press conferences. And then he gonna start trying to contact them people and sending lawyers down there. Honey. Everybody just be cool. Everybody just be cool. Ain't no problem. Ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong. I got you. I got you, brother. I got you, brother. Now you want these damn people who falsely accused Larry Reed or greatly exaggerated the case. Now he want to pay their lawyers so they will come forward. Plus he wants to give $1,000 to anybody can give him a location. I don't think it's that hard to find these people. So everybody hide your punk ass. You ain't shit, Lamar, except for in your head. So you're playing out your little fantasy. This is going to be a year for you to remember. The year that I blew it all. Chasing clout. Yeah, I do agree that though. Just be like me. Just be happy like me. The Fed is probably playing him. It probably wouldn't be very hard. They got him the first time, and now they're getting him again. You made a big deal about these criminals. Weren't you a criminal? Aren't you a criminal? Them people still ain't got their money. Even though we've been talking about it too much, you still ain't brought that woman no check. What about all your victims? Then you get years, 9 years. That's a tough sentence. That means you did a lot of thieving. What about them? Did you call them up and say, listen, I want to make amends? I want to give you back your money I stole from you. No, I'm going to buy another car with it. Mm-hmm. He knows all the rapper. He don't know all the shit. He picks out 3 or 4 people who just happen to be from the same damn neighborhood, child. And now he gonna be their savior. You the rapper's savior, huh? They don't seem to be changing none of their behavior. Anything, you change yourself to be more like them. That person is still on the tube. I wouldn't give a damn. I'm not even curious enough to put the name in the search engine group. He gonna mess around and get himself in a world of trouble as well, because the judge told him he was not supposed to speak this man's name. He's not supposed to pursue him, post anything, take all his videos down, and he gonna go now around the corner and try to give it to somebody else to post. So we're still stuck on saying the same guy. And some of these recordings they got, man, y'all don't go on with these 2-minute recordings, girl, of somebody saying that he bought me underwear. Considering all the shit that we are exposed to every day, I don't want to hear a goddamn thing about you. You don't want to press charges. You want to stay hidden because somebody bought you underwear and saw your print in the underwear. I don't want to hear anything else about that, child. That is so weak and so tired. And they just played the same video over and over. I said, girl, are you going to say something new? Right? Then they come back and they recant, say, no, I just made that up. I was drunk. I was high. So we got to go through all that again and watch you get your ass whipped again. Why are you dragging that man through that shit again? You know, it's the thing. Anyway. A big mess didn't disappear. Honey, I ain't got no comment on his pursuit of them people. He should have at least come up with his own case. He gonna go and try to rehash and go back somebody and send him in his email like he got breaking news. Breaking news. Oh, 400,000 people already know about it. Oh, it's new to me. It's new to me. And I think we have a new candidate for the most repeating person on YouTube. It was Jay Wilson. He repeats every 17 seconds. Everything he says, right? He makes 3 and 4 hour videos with content only consuming about 10 minutes of it. All the rest of it is repeating, right? This boy makes Jay Wilson looks like he's what's the right word? He's expounding on things or something. This motherfucker just repeat. Y'all don't believe me. Oh, I can't get Facebook on here. I got to put another password in. I ain't putting no more passwords in nothing. I could just go in another room and get my password for the other computer, but no, I don't be bothered. Talk about repeater. Y'all pay attention now, since I'm drawing your attention to it, how much that dude repeats. You ain't got nothing to say. You just incessantly repeat. Look at here. Look at here. Look at here. Look at. Nigga, we already looking at here. Why you keep saying, look at here. Look at here. Child, one of them boys in that lockup, Whitehead, they'll tell you, they'll call you up, and I'm telling you, I'm not going. They ain't going, baby. If I go, I'm going. I'm not going by myself. I give you $10,000. I give you 10. What good is $10,000? If I'm going about $10,000 worth of Snicker bars and Butterfingers, what the fuck? What do I care about $10,000? And you ain't got no damn $10,000, baby. You ain't got no $10,000. All your money go to the jewelry store, honey, and to the clothing store. You ain't got nothing left to pay no bills with. Let's see where it goes from here. Yeah, we'll go see what happens in a couple of hours. But we can't really take that boy's press conferences seriously. That's all spin. That don't mean anything. If it meant anything, there'd be a crowd of people waiting to hear what he had to say about this simple robbery in the goddamn storefront. Anyway, we can't really go by what he says. We got to get it from the new. I guess the Post is really on his ass, and they're really covering this thing, or some of the New York papers. So I know people don't read as much, but it's worth it to go and watch these major news outlets in New York City. The local ones are going to cover more than the national, right? And we'll find out from them what's actually going on, what's actually happening. It usually takes these guys 2 or 3 days to tell, right? They're not going to be able to tell at their arraignment. At their arraignment, they're going to plead not guilty, right? That's about it. They're going not guilty, Your Honor. Next. So they'll sit in that cell for a few days until they figure out how they want to proceed. The two men, both 23, are facing federal robbery charges for allegedly pulling guns on Whitehead in the headline, making hold up inside the rented out, what's that called? Canrasay? Whatever, workplace that doubles as a church. Right. It's an event center. Okay, so you got that from the paper too. So 2 men, 23. There's one more on the run. Apparently he did the crime with these two, so they'll catch him pretty soon too, unless he's had enough sense to leave New York State. Thank you, Miss Cruiser. The year his wife finally going to leave his butt. Well, she probably scared of him, so she probably got to wait till he's in custody for whatever charges they come up with, whether it's income tax related or whatever it is. While he's in jail is when she's going to leave. She's going to pack her shit and go while he's locked up, most likely. And since she's in ministry, he could probably track her down kind of thing. So y'all heard the stories about women trying to escape these crazy people. He seems to have a real affinity for violence against not only women, but he always wants to take people into the boxing ring. He says he was in jail beating everybody up. Well, you gonna bring your ass back and gonna say, I heard you beat my ass, nigga. Yes, from the New York paper. Okay. Let's see if we got anything new on that. Let me see. Okay. Well, what do I have to put? I just have to put let's just put suspects arrested. Suspects arrested in Whitehead. Robbery case. This only happened a couple hours ago, Okay, suspects arrested in Whitehead case. Let's see what we got. Okay, video shows suspects in robbery. That's old. Suspects nabbed for caught on camera. Suspects nabbed. Here's another one. This is on Yahoo. Suspects nabbed for caught on camera mid-sermon robbery of flashy Brooklyn Bishop Lamar Whitehead. 2 suspects have been nabbed for the caught on camera mid-sermon robbery of flashy Brooklyn. That's just what they just said. The 2 men, both 23, were arrested early Wednesday and are facing federal robbery charges for allegedly pulling guns on Whitehead inside the rented. Oh, this must be what you were just talking about, Ms. Cruiser. I'm extremely happy, Whitehead told the Daily News. My wife was crying when she heard the news. She wants them diamonds back. Diamonds. I don't mean rhinestones, but diamonds. Okay. I'm extremely happy. Whitehead told news. My wife was crying when she heard the news. We're waiting for the last one to be arrested so we can move on with our life. You can move on with your life anyway, nigga. Lamar was preaching at, okay, they're going to go over the whole story again. So now there's two major pages. Yahoo News is reporting it, and also the New York Post. So I guess we can call it the real thing now. Right? Yeah. Right, be so full of it. Let me see. Any of y'all from Florida? Well, probably if you're from Florida, you're not on here. It looks like this thing is going to be, could be as big as Katrina. Category 5 hurricane. This is deadly. So we're all praying, all of us who pray for these people in Florida and also probably all over the South. But it's about to hit Florida today, right? Category 5. The pictures are horrendous. They are members of the repeat ministry. Ooh, that boy can repeat. God damn it. Do I have my phone on me at least? That Whitehead can repeat. Well, man, that man repeats, man. I can't get on this computer. So for the moment, you're going to see some changes probably very soon. But for the moment, all he posts on is Facebook. You just go to Facebook, Dr. Bishop, Overseer, whatever, all the other name he gave himself, Whitehead. And he'll give you all he done made 3 since yesterday. 2 early this morning. He is just hooked on this social media thing now. So maybe he'll just close down that little event center church, that little pop-up church. Just close it down and just go head on into the mess. You know, you're suing people and you're exposing people, and you got 4 and 5 enemies. Anybody who ever touched the name of Larry Reed, any friend of his, now they are his enemies now. All this shit, girl. We've seen it time and time again, but this is what we do on here, Whitehead. I thought you were supposed to be a mega real estate mogul, right? I don't know too many mega real estate moguls want to sit up here on YouTube and gossip all day, Chad. Try to rehash, and he just plays. Even not only just his talking, but he must have played that ex YouTuber's video. He must have played that thing like 30 times since yesterday. The video doesn't really say shit. It talks about somebody buying me some underwear and said, go try them on. God damn, I mean, how big a story is that, really? Considering the way these 12 and 13-year-olds are murdering each other every goddamn day. Damn. We heard that shit for 2 years, man. I didn't hear it. 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 Okay, we've established that you didn't hear it, Whitehead. You don't have to keep saying that over and over again. He's the chief apostle too? Okay, I thought he was the chief overseer. He's the chief apostle. What are you the apostle of, nigga? The devil, he's telling Reed and Jives that they better not say nothing about nobody in the church nowhere. Or he coming for their ass. I got some more footage. You ain't running nothing but your mouth and your asshole, Whitehead. You ain't controlling nothing over here, boy. You think you got Miss Tasha K as an advocate, as sister in crime, but she gonna turn your she'll turn your ass so fast because you're such an easy read. Now we don't know if we are sitting on the cusp of another big story now. Whitehead exposed. We don't know, but believe me, Tasha K will turn your ass in a heartbeat. If she turned on Larry, who was an actual friend of hers, you can imagine the speed from which she would turn on you. Remember, You said Larry was laughing at you. That's what got all this whole shit started. She was laughing just as hard. She was like most of us. We were all laughing at you. But like you said, you don't care. I don't care. I don't let him laugh. I let him... He drunk on clout juice. Drunk on clout juice. Lord have mercy. I'm trying to figure out who is running this empire. Do you have secretaries? Because you're sitting in your office, right? I don't see nobody, no secretary knocking on the door. I haven't heard about no deals being made. What exactly is your business, Whitehead? Now you're paying for everybody's goddamn legal expenses all around the goddamn world. Anybody who come forward, I've got your lead. Then he told even the ex-YouTuber, I'm gonna pay your expenses too. I'll pay you. Of course, that one's gonna jump on it. He's gonna have to try to find a way I can ship you. Just give you all the information. I got tons of videos. You got 3 videos. You keep sending the same ones. Well, whatever, child. Then he bores us to death by playing all this just regular conversation. Like oh, this is another tape. This is another. What's another tape? You have the ex-YouTuber talking to the other compadre of his. What the fuck is that? That ain't no evidence. There is no evidence. The judge went over the thing with a fine-tooth comb. And he decided it was bullshit. And he gave you instruction. And now you think you found a way around it. So he don't value his life either. He doesn't value his freedom either. Natasha K. Yeah, Kasha gonna get him. He better watch his mouth talking to her, because whatever he says to her is going to end up on the blogs, honey. You don't figure that out yet? All you do is watch her a little bit. She be calling your wife on there on her show. But can't pay the people he owes. That's what you're going to be paying. Well, you go out there, you bought another $300,000 chain to put around your neck. You had no compassion for this woman that you stole her $90,000. Couldn't you just got her out the way? Complaining about somebody robbed your punk ass. Aren't you in the game robbing people? How a robbery was federal. I don't have no idea, Monkey Mom. Is it Morky Mom 53? Please explain how robbery was federal. Right, it wasn't a bank. If you rob a bank, that's a federal crime, bank robbery specifically. But as far as robbery in general of a little storefront that's in a rental space upstairs somewhere, child, that don't rate no damn federals. So why the feds, he said the ATF called him. Alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. So my wildest guess would be firearms. Were they people caught with firearms and they gave them probable cause to search the car? And when they're searching the car, they find, oh, look at these diamonds. I don't mean rhinestones, but diamonds. I mean, we're going to find out, y'all. If there's anything worth talking about, we'll come back and see. I see that King Payne guy coming after King Jazz over a name. The official King Payne, Lord, I can't keep up with all these people, Jeff. I think because they had guns, more than likely that would be it. Yeah. They come in anytime there's a gun involved or they find guns. The cops, they pull you over, they find guns in your car, they're called the ATF. They'll show up, take over the case, right? Particularly, and they have to find out. I remember the one time that I had I was in drug business. They found a gun in my room there, and the gun was new; it never been fired or anything. But the ATF showed up on the scene, and they said, "If this thing had been used on anything, you getting the charge. You getting the charge." Well, it wasn't no charge. The thing was purchased new in a box. So that's what they do. They show up. How they would already be in a process that this is they robbed Whitehead. They didn't have their facial picture. Maybe I guess they could have had a fingerprint somewhere on file. And be looking for these guys, but more than likely, they had something on them that would tie him to the Whitehead robbery. And even if there was a robbery, that don't mean he didn't set it up. We already know they went through the procedure of the robbery. I mean, they did act out the robbery. Whether it was an act, whether it was real, whether it was strangers, the event did happen. The question is, did he facilitate it happening? Right? When he was at that damn podium, he said, you gonna not trust God because of what you're going through. And because of what you're about to go through didn't have anything to do with the words he said prior to that words. He just added that in, and all of a sudden the people come in. I'm thinking these were keywords to come in now. He was already prepared to hit the floor the moment they walked through the door. We'll see. We'll follow as long as it's a story, honey. So I feel bad for you, Florida. Weather is real. Yeah, they're probably not even going to have internet. I don't think people from Florida, even or whatever the cities is hitting now, are even going to be online because there's a good chance they won't even have power. How long does the hurricane last? Is that a one-day event or does it go on over a day? I don't know. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I said I was going to be out here. I got to go, people. Y'all have a wonderful Wednesday, a wonderful hump day. You know, Florida people, I mean, I guess it's too late to move now, but I just pray you guys got out. You know, this hurricane is 3 days. You do a lot of damage with 3 days of a hurricane. It's pretty bad. All right, you guys, we'll check in with you later. Have a good day.